Hi, this is Tim Hall, President of Mercy College. As adjunct faculty for the college, you're probably aware that there's an outside labor organization called Service Employees International Union, or SEIU, that is leading a campaign to unionize your work for the college. I thought I should talk with you briefly about the issues involved in that campaign. I want to start with three key points. First, Mercy College respects the right of its adjunct faculty to unionize. To that end, the National Labor Relations Board will be sending out ballots next week, and our adjunct faculty will have until May 1st to return those ballots. I encourage you to vote. Second, because of the way labor law works in America, the decision to unionize is not one that's easily undone. So you should probably be a little suspicious of anyone who seems anxious to force you into a quick decision without time to deliberate about the merits and disadvantages of possible unionization at Mercy College. Third, it's vitally important that everyone who receives a ballot from the National Labor Relations Board cast that ballot, so that the result here at Mercy College represents a true majority vote and not simply a majority opinion based on low voter turnout. Now, I'd like to begin by addressing a claim I've heard around campus that the administration is anti-union and is engaged in union busting. The first time I heard this bogus claim, I thought, well, someone should have told the president because he doesn't think that way. And in fact, I'm not anti-union and the administration is not engaged in union busting. I'm afraid this gave me my first taste of what SEIU is willing to make up just to alienate faculty from the college. Here are the facts that SEIU wants to keep from you. First, the college has had a long-standing relationship already with a union who embraces most of our non-managerial staff at the college. I've negotiated at least twice since I've been here with this union, and we get along just fine. The real issue facing us has nothing to do with the value of unions in general, but with the value of this particular union to Mercy at this particular time. So I'm going to do what SEIU desperately wants me not to do, and that is to talk with you frankly about the facts as I see them so that you'll have a chance to judge whether you agree with those facts. From the moment SEIU showed up on campus, its game has been to try to keep me and the administration from talking to you so that you would have no information other than the information it was prepared to give to you. So let me tell you, I think that's a lousy way for people who work together to try to achieve their aims. If you can't trust an organization to speak for you and truthfully to you, how can you expect positive results? So in case someone has told you different about what I might think about adjunct compensation at Mercy College, it's probably good for me to speak for myself and say this. I believe that our adjunct faculty are crucial members of our community. They're crucial to the educational mission of Mercy College, and I believe they're not adequately compensated. Now, you have a right to ask, if that's what you think, then what are you doing about it? The answer is threefold. First, virtually since the moment I arrived at Mercy College, I've been trying to make modest improvements to adjunct salaries, which had been static for many years. You could rightly ask whether I should have done more and should have done it faster, and all I can answer is that this has been a challenging period for private colleges in New York, both because of things that happened before I arrived in the state and because of things such as free public college in New York, which had adverse effects on our own enrollment. So we've had to tread carefully to make sure that we didn't end up like some colleges with their doors closed or struggling at least to keep them open. Second, I've challenged our board about the value of our adjunct faculty and about the need to compensate them better. And I'm happy to tell you the board agrees with me 100% on this point. I've also had conversations with the Faculty Senate and our full-time faculty, which also agrees with me completely about the issue of our need to address adjunct compensation at Mercy College. Third, and perhaps most importantly, the college has been working for most of this academic year on an arrangement with a sister institution, the College of New Rochelle, which will be closing its doors this summer. Under the terms of this arrangement, which we finalized with the College of New Rochelle in March, Mercy will be taking responsibility for nearly 2,000 of CNR students, and this will give us both the students and the revenue to quickly bring our adjunct salaries up to parity with those of the College of New Rochelle. I presented the budget today to the board's Finance and Control Committee, which approved it unanimously. Under the terms of that budget, our lowest paid adjuncts will see their salaries increase from about $2,200 to $3,000 this coming fall. Now that I've shared this information with you, let's get back to the subject of unionization of adjuncts at Mercy College. Do adjunct faculty at Mercy College need an outside organization like SEIU to be fairly compensated? And I think the answer is no. I've tried to explain to you the direction we're headed, and I hope you'll simply give us time to get there. There will still be some colleges who pay more in adjunct salaries than Mercy does. But these colleges are almost invariably colleges that charge 2 or 3 times as much tuition to their students, or who are public institutions who are subsidized by the state and who already have more resources than Mercy College does. Those are very different institutions from Mercy College, which is private and without the support of the state, and is trying to make sure that it remains affordable to students who frequently lack affordable options for higher education. That brings me to SEIU, the particular labor organization that wants to stand between you and the college. I respect the right of our adjuncts to unionize, but in the case of this particular organization, I don't believe it's a good fit either for our adjuncts or for the college itself. From what I've seen and researched, SEIU is a struggling organization facing declining memberships, layoffs, and now a threatened strike by its own employees, as recounted in a Huffington Post article from last week. I doubt whether SEIU has told you any of these things. We're certainly not perfect, but it's hard for me to accept that SEIU is the kind of organization we need to come in and dictate how things should be at an institution as unique as Mercy College. I believe we can do this on our own, without our adjuncts having to pay 2% of their salary in dues to this labor organization. And I'm simply asking you to give me time to implement the changes that will make your salaries competitive as they ought to be and as they deserve to be. What I want most out of this process is a robust debate, with lots of information being conveyed back and forth, and for everyone to be fully informed about the upsides and the downsides of having this union at Mercy College. Again, let me remind you that the vote will be based on those who actually cast a ballot, and so the majority of those who cast a ballot will determine the result here. So if only 100 adjuncts vote, then 51 adjuncts will control the result for all 500 to 600 of our full number of adjunct faculty. So thanks for giving me some time to talk with you. We will continue to post information on the website that you'll see here, and I look forward to further conversation over the next few weeks.